What's going on, cousins? It's me, your boy AJ Red. I'm back again with another motherfucking episode of the AJ Red Show. Tonight we're gonna be discussing all kinds of shit, y'all. I got a few things I want to get off my breast. Mitch McConnell and his motherfucking glitch, they called it. Oprah Winfrey begging for money and shit. And a few more things, down the list, just to name a few. Y'all want to talk about this shit? Come on over here and join me in the living room. It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Look, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Y'all ready to get into this next topic? Let's go. So what the fuck has been going on, guys? It's me, your boy, your cousin, your friend, your homie, your next door neighbor, maybe even your co-worker, if we fuck with each other like that. It's your boy, AJ Red. I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. And listen, tonight, I got a plethora of topics I have laid upon thine breast that I need to get off. We're going to discuss that shit. But before we get to all of that, please, if this is your first video, please go ahead now and hit the subscribe button so that when I upload these videos or go live, you're one of the first ones to receive this shit, comment this on this shit, and share this shit. So make sure, leading into that, make sure to share these videos with someone. Always share these videos. That's the fun part, right? We are growing this channel. I know I've been off for a minute, but we're growing. Also, the like button, the thumbs up, hit that button. That helps your boy out a lot. Listen, like I said before, I know I've been gone a couple of days, as I always say. Y'all, again, bitch, where you had your bald-headed ass at? Working. And not only that, I've been preoccupied with trying to find new material and trying to see which road to take and how to switch these gears to see how to actually captivate y'all. And not to mention only that, but I'm also trying to fine tune. I'm trying to find a better way of bringing this to you guys, a better schedule and things like that. And not to mention, I'm dealing with YouTube now has actually canceled my checks. They done stopped my motherfucking money from flowing because they say I violated a community rule when I put what they say you is. So I had to find a way to figure out how to still bring this commentary to you guys, still grow the channel, still be a part, with the cousins, still hang out, still talk shit, still go over these topics. And I know y'all missed me because I have missed y'all so fucking much. But I'm glad to be back in my chair. I'm glad to be back here again, talking shit, having fun, shooting the bull, running the shit like we usually do. But again, my apologies for staying away for a minute. I think it's been a few days since I posted something, and I do apologize, but I've been trying to find ways to not rebrand, but to still keep you guys interested, to give a better image of the AJ Red Productions, to get my cousins all interested and keep y'all tuned and make y'all want to watch these motherfucking videos from beginning to end. But anyway, with all that being said, all the pleasantries and shit out the way, I know y'all probably hear the dishwasher in the back. I'm the motherfucker. Yes, I use my dishwasher within my apartment unit. I hand wash my shit first, then throw it in the dishwasher with a Cascade motherfucking pebble and let that motherfucker roll. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Try it. I guarantee you'll be pleased at the results. But anyway, getting into tonight's topics. I've still been watching, of course, social media while I was trying to figure out this transition and which role we should take when it comes to the AJ Red Show and the production. I've still been looking at different social media sites. And one of the things, and I'm sort of watching the news again, so I guess I don't know how the fuck to feel about that, but I'm trying not to be depressed about that shit. But anyway, it's been hitting social media and in the news and all this shit saying about Mitch McConnell. Saying it has happened again that Mitch McConnell, at 81 years old, I think he is, has had another glitch before the people and the press while answering questions. So, of course, my nosy ass scurried on over to the site and found the video, and I looked at it, and it was so fucked up. It's the people said, are you going to run for 2026 for office? And he got stuck. Some lady jumped up and run over to his motherfucking side and hollered in his ear. They say, are you going to run in 2026? Are you okay? We need a moment. First of all, you need a moment. You can't answer the goddamn question. And then she gonna start up with it, okay, next question, but speak up. Bitch, how loud we got to be? Y'all want to take the PA system and the speakers and put it by his head so to make sure he don't miss any of the questions or any of the, the words or the fucking sentence or whatever have you. It was giving, it's time to bow out gracefully and go sit the fuck down somewhere, and die in your California or Calabasas home, whatever the fuck you got over there, and, find people to take care of your ass and see fit to you, and see to your needs medically while you're in retirement. But apparently this man is being run by or roboted by other people, perhaps this woman that ran up to his side. But let me address the matter for one moment. Y'all keep saying glitch. Mitch McConnell is not having a motherfucking glitch. Mitch McConnell, what you all are seeing before your very motherfucking eyes every time you see this shit happens is a near-death experience for this motherfucker. This motherfucker has died for a few minutes and went to hell and saw that red lantern and decided, oh Lord, I got to get back and scratch my way back to, the human realm and see if I can make some of this shit right. Problem with that is, by the time he get his ass back up over here, he done fucking forgot all the shit he went through over there with the red lantern. He done forgot the fucking question that was asked by the press. He done forgot why the fuck he even here in the first fucking place. So, he didn't even forgot the fucking job years ago, I'm pretty sure. So it's not a glitch. He ain't having no motherfucking glitch. That motherfucker is having a near-death experience. This man is too motherfucking old to talk about running anything or making any kind of laws. I've told y'all that before. There is no need for this man to be standing up there down before our very eyes on camera, slowly, passing away, about to meet, I would say Jesus, but shit, I just don't see it that way. But, he's having these near-death moments. That ain't no glitch. Talking about he a robot and all. That motherfucker is so close to death, he got one foot in the grave and the other on a nana peel, like my grandmother used to say. This man is too fucking old to be sitting up in there. People talking about, well, even if you get rid of him, you change the codes to this and change the codes to that. I don't know what the fuck. And I'm speaking off of, I've had this conversation with several people as to why this motherfucker's still up in here. They're saying he been voted for. That's a lie. There ain't no way somebody's still voting for somebody that got their AARP card and their social security card was printed on motherfucking metal. They're not voting for nobody like that. Somebody's putting this man up in his seat and they motherfucking roboting him from the bite. But truth be told, let's call a thing a thing. Mitch McConnell, his skin and shit is falling off at the podium. While he talking to the people or allegedly addressing some of these motherfucking questions or comments. This man is not glitching. He is dying before your very motherfucking peepers. This man been around since before they started slicing bread. When they used to put bread off and bake that shit and serve it as a loaf, and you had to slice that shit your motherfucking self. This motherfucker seen when Coca-Cola hit the motherfucking shelves. He probably was the first one to be experimented on for penicillin and shit like that. He was around when smallpox and shit broke out. It's shit like that. I think he was around when the first car got invented. Some shit like, you know what I'm saying? Probably when they stopped making houses out of straw and motherfucking mud, and they probably figured out brick and mortar. He was that kind of shit. Wood and nails. He was that kind of good old boy. He too fucking old to be running shit now. He need to be down there running bingo at the motherfucking senior citizen hall at 7 o'clock. Well, I ain't gonna say except 3 o'clock, because 7 o'clock he need to be in the motherfucking bed. 7 o'clock, he need to be fed, burped, and put in the fucking bed with his pamper and everything on. This man is too old to be sitting up here answering these questions. You gonna tell us to speak up? For what, bitch? Put it on the teleprompter. He still can't see it? And y'all still telling me y'all gonna vote for this man? Or y'all gonna, better yet, let him run in 2026? He can't run across the fucking street, let alone, to the fucking car, let alone for fucking senator or whatever the fuck he over there doing, fucking up the thing over there in the place. He can't fuck around with that shit. 2026, he'd be lucky if he's still running for Jesus. If that's what he claiming. Because he claiming he been running for a long time and he not tired yet. Bullshit. Bullshit. We see you running out of steam right about now. Every time they call this glitch you got going on. We see you blowing your gaskets and shit right in front of our faces. Y'all watching this man die with y'all very own fucking Googlies and y'all won't get this man no medical help. Shame on all of you that are in control of helping this man and getting him where he got to go. Shame on all of you that got him in front of this microphone trying to answer these goddamn questions about laws that he helped write when Hex was a motherfucking puppy, and now he getting Social Security checks. He can't remember what the fuck he had for breakfast this morning. He don't know if he gonna run for no fucking senator or whatever the fuck he do over there. All he know is I'm trying to stand up here and hear what the fuck y'all saying and give y'all a viable answer that's gonna cause y'all to leave me the fuck alone, because I got to be up here because I'm getting paid to do this stupid shit and fuck up everything, you know. I don't believe in this right mind, if you ask me. Like I say, I tell y'all all the time, half them mummies over there writing laws and running this country ain't got no motherfucking business sitting in none of them seats. It's a mess. They need to go and get a turn and go sit their ass down somewhere. And that's on real shit. That's just GP. Well, how could you say that? Easily. Look at them. Look harder. Look at them. They old as fuck. And I'm not saying old folk ain't capable of doing nothing. I'm just saying, but to run a whole country? They falling down and shit. When you done had more than 2 falls within a year, it's time for you to fuck around and reevaluate your motherfucking life and reevaluate the job. I'm just saying. At the young tender age of 81, y'all need to go ahead and retire this man and let him be impeached upon medical determination. Not fit to do the job anymore. And call it a day. Now I spend 11 minutes on that shit. On to the next thing. What else I got on this motherfucker? Oprah. And your sidekick that got on that motherfucking thing with you, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I have a PSA for you two. How about this? I got a commercial for y'all motherfucking ass. You sitting your beady-eyed, turtleneck, jughead ass over here sitting up asking all us broke bitches for money to help the folk over there in Maui recover because it's a non-profit fund and we need to give and help the people over there. The fuck are you talking about? The fuck do you mean? Just like everybody else that's saying on social media now, I'm gonna go ahead and hit them. I'm a motherfucking vote with the masses. You out your mammy motherfucking mind, you lunatic ass bitch. I believe everything that Monique said about you. You ain't nothing but a fucking con artist and a goddamn crook. How the fuck you gonna sit up here and ask us broke motherfuckers that's over here right about now struggling to pay motherfucking rent and car notes and shit and have health insurance and barely making a decent motherfucking wage and we on the motherfucking edge of jumping right about now, bitch? You gonna turn around and ask us for an extra dollar to put in on some shit that you probably had more than likely something to do with from the jump? And not only that, bitch, with the stroke of one pen of yourself alone and your own check account, your own checking account, you can write one motherfucking check and solve all their fucking woes. And if you say, well, that's a little too much for my pocketbook, bitch, ask the Dwayne to put you in too. He got money. You bitches ought to be ashamed of yourself getting your stupid ass up on there to my calling upon the people to ask for help for fucking to help restore the situation over there in Maui. Bitch, we didn't break it. We didn't burn it. We didn't fuck it up. And honestly, had it been a true act of nature, more than likely, I know for a fact, we would have had so many fucking humanitarians. I'm sorry, I'm getting beside myself. This fucking shit fucking with me drinking. Us humanitarians would have taken the time to write a check, to give a cash app, to do a PayPal, or some shit like that to help these people out had it been a natural act of disaster. But bitch, we know it ain't. And on top of all that, not only that she begging us for money, but then we found at some point, there's a little white lady on TikTok came on and showed the receipts and said, shit, well, Oprah paid a private fire department to guard her shit during the fire. How the fuck you know the fire was coming, bitch? You went down there and hired a whole fire department. If you go hire a fire department, bitch, you can build a couple of houses. And I ain't talking about out no motherfucking straw and mud, and spit. Bitch, I'm talking about brick and mortar. You could build a whole fucking city. You and your rich billionaire fucking friends. Bitch, call Tyler Perry. Don't call us. We ain't got it. As my friend Marlon said, bitch, we up against it. And you bitches over there eating caviar for a midnight snack, laying up in bed, twiddling your motherfucking crusty ass fucking toes. And you got there to get your Wizard of Oz egotistical motherfucking Miss Silly looking ass up on this motherfucking gonna ask somebody for some goddamn money to pitch the fuck in. That's what I be talking about. You sitting and piggyback off the backs of black folk when your black ass first started your motherfucking career. We supported you until at some point white folk picked your motherfucking ass up and allegedly helped you ascend to higher heights in your fucking career. To the point to where you left all the rest of the black folk in the motherfucking rears and said, fuck all the rest of us if we wasn't elite. You only hang with those blacks that were elite. Check out them balls she be giving. That's all the motherfucking proof you need right there. But yet you turn around and help disintegrate a whole motherfucking city, allegedly, or a whole country, or whatever, half a fucking country, while your shit is being protected. And let's not forget the white woman showed on TikTok where Oprah now is paying private security to keep the people the fuck off her property since they've had their shit burned and can't get no food or can't get no motherfucking water. Why the fuck you showed up over there in the first place? Even the people said, I don't understand why our priests couldn't get let through to come up here and pray with us, but they let Oprah through. We didn't need her up here. We didn't want her up here. I don't blame them. There was no reason for you to be up there fucking around with them people. Take your motherfucking ass back to your house and sit down somewhere, because everybody pretty much is listening to the fact that you probably on some bullshit trying to acquire some more property for cheap on the dollar over there in Maui with all that fucking money you got. So no, bitch. We ain't got no money to give. We ain't got no money to donate. You do the donating. Call on all your billionaire friends. Why the fuck you calling on us broke bitches? And I'm saying broke bitches, but I know we ain't really broke, because in spirit, bitch, we rich than a motherfucker. And the table's about to turn real motherfucking soon to show y'all how it's supposed to really go down. Because as your Bible say, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first in the end, honey. So, looking at how it's all going down, you can calculate, fuck up the thing, bullshit around, thinking you got everybody on your side and thinking you winning, but bitch, it's only for a limited time, like I said down there, Dilliage. And also your Bible says, pride cometh before the fall. And you bitches have been prideful for a long motherfucking time. It's time for you to fall. But don't you dare get up on here and have the audacity to take your dick suckers and beg me for my hard-earned money that I can't even make stretch for my damn self badly, and go take care of something that you can for your motherfucking self, write one check or one money order or one transfer and take care. Go sit your stupid ass down somewhere. Anyway, 17 minutes in. Next topic. Jocelyn Hernandez did an interview with Carlos King. And in that interview, she led on to some real shit that told us, you know, why she's so fucked up and why she's not such a fucking lady. She basically said that in her childhood, she had a horrible childhood. You know, her mama wouldn't work fuck. You know, her mama had 6 kids with 5 baby daddies. She, you know, she was like, well, that show you right there what kind of character she had. She was like, basically, I wish you had taught me more. My mama fucked me up. I wish you had taught me how to live. I wish you had taught me how to handle my business. I wish you had taught me how to be a lady. I wish you had taught me how to carry myself in a better way and how to move through society with more grace and without such a bad fucking temper that has got me in trouble time and time again. She talked about these things, and she also mentioned that her mother don't speak no English. She said she done spent money time and time again trying to get this lady some English classes, but I guess the lady say, you know, come see, come side. At some point she say, fuck it, she don't want to do it no more, so she don't really complete the course. Now I guess she done got the basic shit and she went on by her business. But nevertheless, the point of the matter is, she broke down crying with Carlos King. She talked about, again, how awful her childhood was and how she wasn't nurtured as a little girl. And again, that speaks volumes now to what the fuck we see presented before us today. So honestly, what y'all need to do is go over there and find Jocelyn Hernandez, aka Puerto Rican Princess, find her mama and stoop her over a motherfucking bin or a bench and wax her motherfucking ass with a plastic motherfucking paddling board. Because clearly, she also said maybe she didn't know better, or maybe she, that's the best she could do, but she said she still wasn't giving her mother a pass. She still wasn't gonna let her go with, because over the years, I would agree with that. Because over the years, what you don't know with your first child, most parents learn better with the second, third, fourth, and when you're down to the sixth, I mean, shit, most times you've gotten stuff like the potty training schedule, the bottle schedule, the feeding schedule, homework times, bedtimes. You've gotten all this stuff down packed, and you've gotten a rhythm to this stuff. You've gotten better at it over the years with each kid, of how sneaky they may be, the shit to look out for, the warning signs of different shit. And it seems to me with more than one child, if you had been, like she said, if her mother had been attentive to them, those patterns would have developed with her mother in her mind, and she would have saw those in her parenting, and she would have found ways to correct them. And that's even going so high up on the ladder as to emotional and mental. And that's one of the things that Jocelyn admitted to was lacking in her childhood. Her mother didn't give her emotional support. She didn't love on her and kiss her and all that different stuff and tell her how much she meant to the world or meant to her and how special she was and things like that. And that's how a lot of women nowadays come out fucked up and jumping from man to man or woman to woman, or any person that has had a fucked up childhood and has not been given that nurturing love to understand that you are enough and you've always been enough. But you have to see that in yourself, and also along with that, you have to put in the extra work to make sure that that same self is evolving constantly in a light and in a space and an outlook to where it's not just noticeable to people, to where they see your evolvement, but mostly to yourself, because that's what you have to hold true to the most, right? And when you can be honest with yourself and say, as a person, I know I ain't the best motherfucker at X, Y, and Z, but my goal is every day or every month, my goal is to get better at that. Whether it be my attitude, the way I talk to people, the way I speak to people, the way I treat people, my reaction to shit, my language, different things like that, my sleeping patterns. It's always about bettering yourself. Every day that you're given is to figure out a new way or develop or to put into play a new way to exemplify that better self. And those tools a lot of the time lie in childhood. And when those are not given to you in childhood, and it's been a big lack thereof, that causes issues like, what we see today in Jocelyn, and people like Erica Mena, and several other girls that we've seen in the social media spotlight that has behaved in a way, what her name is, Suki with the funky pussy. It's stuff like that. You can tell that these girls, now women, because you can still say girls because some of them are still little girls on the inside, and they actually they ooze that so much on the outside till it's become so toxic that society either learns to love or hate them, and sometimes equally yoked. But when that balance comes out, society hates me more than they love me, especially when you're in the public eye. That shit turns to be, it gives an infestation of growing more of that same toxic ass bullshit that you've been, growing up with, and that you've been holding on to, and that you've been using repetitively in relationship after relationship, or with this cousin and that cousin, with your mom and your dad, or with friends and stuff like that. I think a good point that she's actually coming into fruition and that she's actually maturing is the fact that she was able to break down and admit that, right? Because a lot of the time, until you're able to admit it to yourself and out loud and say that shit out loud, it's not even a problem in your mind. You're just moving along in your life doing fucked up shit to people, fucking over people, and you're attracting fucked up people like she attracted the Rat King, you know, was fucking around with him and got the baby Bella. That's about the best thing to come out of it. But at the end of the day, it's good that she's understanding and recognizing that shit now while she's raising Bella, and she's still in those actions of her old self and that toxic self, that unloved self, that self-worthless bitch. Right about now, it seems like she's taking a moment to come out of that, and that she's not going to impose those same fucked up ass toxic ways on her daughter, Bella, right? So it's good she's coming out of that, because this is the time now for her to actually be learning herself now, and she has to play catch up so that she makes sure to instill the right things in Bella. So honestly, Jocelyn, you do a lot of fucked up shit, bitch. You get on my nerve. You stay in the tabloid with some negative ass shit. I done named you the Puerto Rican princess, bitch, but I got to go ahead and give you this one. Kudos and shout out to you on having the moment to speak that, you know, that truth, and actually admit that. And hopefully we see her moving forward in a better light in the way she presents herself as a mother, and even as AKA the Puerto Rican princess, Jocelyn Hernandez. And shout out to Carlos King also for providing a safe environment for Jocelyn to have those moments. Bitch, listen, we're gonna fuck around and become a therapist, Carlos, for the girls over there on the sofa. But yeah, hopefully moving forward we see better from her, and we see better actions and better decision making from Jocelyn Hernandez. My next thing, Blueface and Krishan Rock. Y'all know I gave up Zeus TV. I let the Ratchet TV go for a minute. I went down there and paid for the thing and said I was going to start watching it again, and got the subscription back. But I couldn't even pull myself to watch this shit. I couldn't even pull myself to watch it. But this much I do know. Krishan just had her baby a few days ago. And right after she had the baby, Blueface took his emu, horse-faced, stupid, ignorant, undeveloped looking ass and decided to post some silly ass shit talking about don't associate his name with Krishan's name anymore. He's broken up from Krishan 3 months ago. He's with his first baby mama of 10 years, or out of high school, all this yada 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 shit. I think the bitch is Jada, whatever the fuck bitch name is. Drop down in the comment section, let me know if I got it right or wrong. But don't mention his name, you know, their names together anymore and all that different stuff. He's been posting his new girl or his old girl for 3 months. We ought to understand that and all this different shit here. That's how it is, yada, yada, yada. He also, I think today or some shit like that, or yesterday, posted some silly ass, goofy ass, bitch made ass shit about he's giving her 30 days. He's going to evaluate her life and decide whether or not he needs to go down to the courts and apply for full custody of the child. Somewhere along the same lines, Krishan went in and put on her social media that she's in training. She snatched back. Her body is getting back to normal already from having his first child. And welcoming her baby boy, which I don't know his name or no shit like that yet. But anyway, congratulations on your first kid. Hopefully this puts some sense in your motherfucking head, because it sounds like that she told us she ain't worried about Blueface no more. He can have that bitch over there and them two cheering that he been with. Now my thing is, there's so many parts to this, y'all. I'm trying to see if I can connect them all and make them flow to where y'all not finna be motherfucking confused at your cousin. First of all, Blueface, fuck you. Don't nobody even give a fuck to associate your name with nobody's name, because I don't even know any of your fucking music in the first place. That's one. Secondly, how the fuck you gonna sit around and ask us not to associate your name with this young lady whom you've been fucking on for some years now, and got a baby now with, and you've been sitting there associating yourself with her brand and your brand because y'all had this motherfucking show on Zeus and y'all been making this money together, but all of a sudden now don't associate your name with hers? Boy, go sit your fuckboy ass down somewhere. But that's what I be trying to tell y'all. The same analogy applies as Jocelyn Hernandez. Blueface mama is fucked up. Y'all see this crazy bitch always on social media talking stupid ass shit in these young folk business, the same bullshit Mama D be doing. Y'all see he came from a dysfunctional household. Even the other brother that came out and admitted to the same bullshit and said that mama fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We all knew she was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's no secret to us, or no big news. But it's just a fucked up confirmation when your kid is able to come out and say that you're a fucked up mom. Makes it no better. So with that, Who the fuck you think gonna lay around and grant you sole custody of a kid in the first place when you being a fucking whore on television and you sitting there saying, oh, well, the guy y'all see us on TV when I'm in the social media and as a rapper, that's not the same guy I am in my personal life and my private life with my kids and shit. Bitch, you fucking lying. We seen it already. We seen when you had the strippers over to the house when the kids was up in the other goddamn room. You are not fit to have any children. And like I said, as far as your other baby mama, that bitch stupid too. Cause at the end of the day, ain't nowhere in the world, bitch, you finna fuck around and go out and be fucking on another bitch or hurting on her at night and get a hold of the baby, and then you decide to boomerang your bitch ass back to me talking about you wanna be with me and I'm your stuff now from high school, and now you wanna post me and all this shit talking about she wanna be a rapper too and she wanna get in the game. Bitch, you should have did that bullshit before you went out there fucking around with Krishan. Why the fuck you didn't put her on game, didn't make her a rapper? Ain't like she about to blow the fuck up. Cause you ain't blowing the fuck up. I don't even know you until I seen Blueface and Krishan Rock on Zeus Network and all this shit on Instagram. I didn't even know who the fuck you was, so I don't know any of your music. So it's not like you anybody famous to me other than the only thing you are famous for, Blueface, to me, is you a fuck boy. You are a real fuck boy. And why do you say that? Because at the end of the day, you're going around fucking with these girls, fucking with these women, trying to play mind games, thinking you are so hot, you so all that. Everybody just down to the McDonald's ordering your bitch ass off the menu. Wrong. So you have to understand, bitch, it takes two. And for one, each bitch got to understand how much motherfucking special the other one is to themselves and each other. And clearly the motherfucking message was missed. Both of you failed the assignment. But I'd be damned if I sit up on here and let you sit around here and talk about this young lady like that after you sit around here and dogged her in front of everybody. Oh, excuse me. That was so yeah, that was wrong, unpolite. Excuse me. But how dare you now try to sit up and belittle her when you ain't that cute. You look dusty. You know, your hair's uneven. And last time we saw it on Foots, bitch, it looked like you crip walk on motherfucking bricks, dust, rocks, and glass. And if there was anything like me, bitch, if I'd have been like Boomerang and pull them covers back and seen them Foots, bitch, you'd have been waking up with you'd have been waking up already dressed, slid to the motherfucking door. Bitch, I'd have put Crisco on the bottom of your Stacey Adams, bitch, and slid you to the door while you was sleeping. You got to get the fuck up out of here while you sitting there acting like you the Mandingo or the man or the motherfucking jungle. You wrong for that shit. And Krishan, you ain't off the hook. You and Jaden, or whatever this girl name is, y'all dumbass, let this motherfucker get away with this shit, letting him think he King Dingaling. Sometimes you got to set a motherfucker in their place in order for a motherfucker to be set in their place. Sometimes you got to play usher in a motherfucker's life and let them know. Or at least play usher in your own life. Let a bitch know what section they're supposed to be seated in. But at the end of the day, I just don't think it's cool for you to get up on here and belittle this woman after you done did all you did and hunched over here and hunched over there a little bit, and you done made your money and shit, and now you want to talk about her like a dog. You don't even deserve kids. You don't even deserve either one of the young ladies you fooling with. And again, I'm not just gonna grill Blueface. You two girls is stupid as fuck too. Bitch, you better learn some sense. You better get somewhere and learn something and learn your self-value so that way you can let motherfuckers know how you need to be treated. Because see, that's the whole thing. You got to teach a motherfucker how to treat you. You can't let a motherfucker treat you in any kind of way. Especially as a lady. But that's the whole thing. Y'all never was taught how to be ladies, so y'all parents was fucked up too. Krishan and Jaden, whatever this girl name is, Jaden, whatever the bitch name is, y'all parents was fucked up too, because if they wasn't, y'all wouldn't be dealing with such a fucked up nigga. Y'all daddies was fucked up. That's what y'all saw. But anyway, Blueface, don't nobody give a fuck what you got to say. Go somewhere and sit down and go put yourself on child support over there at, with Krishan's baby. Next on the thing for me, I done got back into love and hip hop. I guess I'm shit damn near a little late, but fuck it, I'm in the thing anyway. I was asked if I thought that it was wrong that Erica Mena be fired from, that she was fired from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta for calling Spice a blue monkey. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my kind of confusion was I thought Erica was black, but it came to my attention that she Puerto Rican or she Puerto Rican or some shit like that. I don't know, or you know, she ain't African American. We know that Spice is, you know, of African descent. At first I said I thought it was wrong for her to be fired because she was set up for this episode and shit like that. But they pushed her buttons. And Spice really pushed Erica's buttons. Now Shekinah messy ass invited them down into the thing. She knew the shit wasn't gonna go well. She knew it was gonna go left. Why y'all do all this? Why y'all do all this? Y'all made this mess. Shut the fuck up, Shekinah. You was a messy little bitch. And you got that shit started. But I thought things were going okay until Spice opened her mouth and said something about Erica Mena's son. And Erica snapped. She snapped. She picked the fucking table up, flipped that bitch over, and went in. They was about to scrap. Somewhere along the way, y'all know she called her a blue monkey. And the people went in. Called her blue monkey. Then she said, bitch, you should have died on that motherfucking table. All because Spice told Erica that her son didn't love her, he didn't like her. Now, okay, shit, y'all. So my bad. My camera decided to go out while I was in the middle of talking about the shit with Erica Mena and Spice. So what I was saying was basically, after all the shit went down, after the conversation had taken place and the table had been flipped and all this other shit. Now, like I said before, the girls are into it. You know, Erica done called a girl blue monkey and all this other bullshit and said what she said about her dying on the table. What I have to say about that is this. Kind of like Tamar said, because it was debated on the Breakfast Club with Tamar, and then, you know, Spice and Tamar had to have an apologetic session on Zoom or whatever, or FaceTime about that shit. But kind of like Tamar Braxton said, in the moment, part of me understood when you said my kid doesn't love me or don't give a fuck about me, knowing how bad it is with the relationship between me and my kid, knowing that's a touchy subject for me. But in that instance, I can kind of see her going in, right? Or kind of saying what the fuck ever. If the cameras were not around, if they had been in a place where cameras were not there, she could have said some shit and then somebody she said it, you know what I'm saying? But pretty much there was no validity to it. But Erica, you was fucking stupid enough for one, and disrespectful enough to call this lady out her name. And not just call her out her name, but call her a blue monkey. Now, I will say with all due respect, you can actually go for a bitch's jugular. You can actually tell somebody off pretty motherfucking professionally at the job. But this is ratchet TV we talking about. In a social climate that we have going on right now, calling a bitch a blue monkey, you know, especially when they're African descent, is not a good look on television. So that's where you fucked up at. That's one. And then secondly, yes, it was very disrespectful, distasteful of a woman to even, you know, speak to another lady, another woman that way, and call her a fucking blue monkey. Because we know what you was referencing to, because we've been, you know, called that shit for centuries or decades at some point. So we all knew it was a derogatory statement. We all knew it was a racial slur. So that's why everybody is so fucking upset. In the end, did they make the right decision, you know, kicking her the fuck out the show? Yes. Because, bitch, you took the bait, and you were stupid enough to sit up there and let your kind of big mouth ass, you know, bring you to the table with another woman you already knew that you had fucking beef with, that y'all was not sitting ways with. And that's okay, because that's part of the job. That's what y'all do over there on Ratchet TV. I get that part. But, bitch, you should have controlled your motherfucking anger, because at the end of the day, you already done got looked at and fucked around over here fighting in the motherfucking club a couple of weeks ago with, what's his name? What's his name's boyfriend? Shit, what's his boy name? Not fucking Saucy Santana's boyfriend. We seen that shit. You seem to can't hold your fucking liquor for one, and then your fucking temper really don't add to the fact that you drink alcohol. And then you have altercations. The problem is, you are not really thinking about your brand or thinking about your job. Yes, it's okay to read a bitch and let a motherfucker know where you stand and where the fuck to get off. But at the same time, you have to have some kind of common sense and understand there's certain shit that you cannot say on television, or certain shit you can't say to people, period, in this public climate. And like I told y'all, I thought the bitch was black. I thought Eric was black. But apparently y'all say the bitch is Puerto Rican or Venezuelan. I don't know what the fuck y'all say she is. I know she's not African American. I know that now. We've always said too that it's not okay to call each other out names, you know, as African American people. That shit kind of opens the gate. Now, if you at home doing that shit and you talk to your family that way and y'all laughing and joking or whatever, that's y'all thing. But understand, once you do this shit in front of other people, that opens a door to motherfuckers thinking that's okay to do. But in this case, honestly, I think they made the right call with putting her fucking ass off the show, because Lil Scrappy, several other people got up on there and was saying that, you know, Erica Mena was set up. But if they were trying to fire her motherfucking ass, that was a good way to set her up, because she took the bait. And in the end, honestly, at first I felt sorry for her. I was like, well, this bitch already got shit going on with her kids. She got shit going on with Safari's stupid ass. But guess what? Safari and Spice and even Shekinah messy ass got enough sense to know what the fuck to say and not to say. And Shekinah dumb as a stack of bricks. And she know better. She know if she know how well to behave and how wretched to get in order to keep that motherfucking check coming. She know how to get y'all stirred up and in the same motherfucking room to where y'all want to flip tables, you know, and whoop each other ass, talk about your kids and all this different shit. But that's what I'm talking about. Y'all go on these shows and understand you have an anger problem. And you let these bitches test your nerve, test your balls, test your clitoris, you know what I'm saying, and get you all up in arms and piss you off to the point that you kind of forget you have an anger issue and you do some ratchet ass shit. Again, like I said, relating back to the beginning of the video when I talked about Jocelyn Hernandez with her mother. Everybody we have talked about had a fucked up childhood, including Oprah. Just look at the collective. Look at the tie-in. Look at the correlation. Everybody we talked about tonight has at some point we found out about publicly that they had a fucked up childhood, including Donald Trump. Donald Trump, Oprah Winfrey, Jocelyn Hernandez, aka the Puerto Rican princess, Erica Mena. I'm pretty sure we know Shekinah had one, you know, Safari, Krishan, Blueface. And I'm pretty sure looking at Spice, she ain't really said too much about it that I recall. Drop down in the comment section if y'all do, because y'all probably watch this ratchet ass shit more than I do. And I need to get in here and catch up on the episode and see where the fuck I can land that up on this motherfucker for y'all to watch. But everybody on tonight's roster, as far as the topics, equally share a fucked up childhood. And clearly they have not come out of that. They have not gotten proper counseling, or they have not aged to the degree of understanding and processing the fact that some of the stuff, or a lot of the shit I did in my past and some of it in the present, is very toxic and fucked up behavior. And they can't look back and say that shit and say, okay, I need to fix myself. Like I said, Jocelyn was the only bitch that got up on there and said, I watched my mama be a fool, a dummy, I don't know about a junkie, but a whore. Or, you know, she slept around and had a bunch of children everywhere. But as she had more children, her motherly skills never got any better. Donald Trump had a fucked up childhood. So with that being said, these motherfuckers have been scarred. Half these motherfuckers, even probably most of them over here on Love and Hip Hop, had a fucked up childhood, scarred, tormented, and tortured probably toxically, allegedly, in my mind, just judging by the behavior. You know, it just screams volumes of, y'all need to get a fucking psychiatrist or a therapist. And not that sharp-headed ass man with them glasses looking like Count Chocula. Not that man with that high top looking like he done got stuck up in the 80s with them beady eyes with them fucking glasses on. Not him. Find somebody else to sit down and talk to these people, because every time he sit down and talk to somebody get their ass whooped. So y'all can see right now he ain't making much progress with he getting his check. In y'all personal life, I suggest all you motherfuckers, Erica and all of y'all, go down there and get y'all some help and get y'all somebody to talk to. I mean, shit, call Carlos King. He doing good these days with the interviews. He got a lot of stuff out in any leagues. And all these other girls he been interviewing over there, like I said, Jocelyn Hernandez. So shit, maybe his new calling is to be a psychiatrist. Y'all need to call him up and see if y'all can get a personal interview and get on that sofa and see if he can help you out, because y'all life right now is fucked up. It's about as fucked up as the world is being ran about now. But anyway, yes, the call was right. She should have been terminated from the position. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see her, turn up on some other platform somewhere else. It may not be over in the Love and Hip Hop brand or branch. It may be finding something on Zeus. Maybe she'll get a show on Zeus. I don't know. Maybe she's already gotten a show on Zeus because that's where the ratchet hoes go at. That's like where the bottom bitches hang at over there on Zeus TV. Cause the ratchet, you know what I'm saying? The ratchet bitches is over there on Love and Hip Hop and was Black Ink Crew, but I don't think they even show that shit no more. And let's not forget, above that is the Housewives branch, So it's all ratchet at some point. But the bottom bitches hang out over there at the Zeus network. I don't know who in charge of things over there at Zeus, but maybe Eric, you need to call somebody and see if you can get up in one of them slots over there with some of that ratchet shit they got going on. Because yes, I'm glad your ass got fired, bitch. You was wrong for that shit, because had she called you a racial slur, I can't even think of no shit to call a Puerto Rican person or something like, because I don't think that way. I can come up with some shit, I'm pretty sure, if you gave me a moment, but it's like not at the top of my vocabulary list because it's not the way of my everyday thinking. So that's not something that will come out during an argument unless you come up with this shit first, then I'm flipped to come right back and give you one, because I can look at your ass and size you up real quick and dog you like a motherfucker. But it wasn't right. I can even understand the fact that she wanted to, put paws on it and shit like that for saying and flipping the table over. Let it have gone to that extent and you wanted to get over there and put your hands on her, and beat the blue wig off her head or some shit like that. You could have come up with a lot better reads for her in that moment than Blue Monka, and you wish she should have died on that table. Now, that was the lowest of the low. See, when people say stuff like that, that lets you know they belong over there on Zeus Network. So, I'm glad they got rid of her. Maybe she learned a lesson from this, and whoever hires her again or put on television, even if she goes out there and get her own platform, let this be a lesson to her, and let this be a lesson, a message sent to those who remain on the cast, that kind of behavior will not be tolerated. And if a lot of these networks would adopt that same theory, I think that would start at least some kind of right direction, moving in the right direction for serving notice as to this shit won't be tolerated when it comes to these racial slurs and shit like that, especially on TV. Now, we can't do nothing about the white women Karen over there on TikTok and all that shit right there about now, other than read that bitch in her time zone, wherever the fuck she may stand in that moment. But we got a lot of shit going on, y'all, and y'all need to wake the fuck up and pay attention. I don't know if y'all had y'all folded this morning, but wake up and smell the motherfucking coffee. Not the coffee, the coffee. Because there's a lot of deep shit going on in the coffee, baby. It's just the grounds, if you ask me. The grinds or ground, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But wake up and pay attention to your political society. That's going to be one of my messages. I told y'all I don't fuck with politics, but I've been watching this shit for a minute, and it ain't right. It ain't good, and it ain't right, and it don't like it's going to shift in the better good of us. So wake up and pay attention and watch y'all shit where you're living at, whatever state you're in, country, whatever, and see what the fuck is going on. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna give y'all for today, and I'm gonna be back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be. I think I'm gonna do the review of the Housewives reunion. I need to get that started today and give y'all what I think about that, because I tell y'all right now, I got some thoughts about that shit. But anyway, make sure to subscribe to this page if this is your first time watching. Make sure to click that thumbs up button. They said that helped me out a lot. I don't know, since they done took my motherfucking checks away on this bitch. We'll figure that part out in the sweet by and by. Also, make sure to share these videos with somebody. Share them with somebody you know. Share them with somebody you don't know. Share them with somebody you like. Share with a motherfucker you don't give no fucks about, because in the end, that might be the one thing that bring y'all together. You know what I'm saying? Love you guys always. Make sure to love on yourselves real good first and foremost, and love on those who choose to love on you in the same way in return. Because we ain't got time for no motherfucking land yet, right? All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all ass. I gotta go get this, watch this fucking reunion again and see if I can get some more details about this shit so I can come back and report to y'all. All right, holla.